Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel where I talk about books and bookish things and other such nonsense. Today I've got a bit of a different video because I decided to do a bit of unhaul. Actually, I was double what I'm going to show you now, but some of it I've sent away to, I don't know, one of those, is it We Buy Any Books or whatever they're called. So I sent 2 big boxes to them of stuff, mainly hardbacks that I've read, but I'm not going to read again, and I don't really, they were all right. Do you know what I mean? They were all right, but I'm not going to read them again. And hopefully the fan that's behind me, in front of me, is not causing too much distraction. It's bloody hot in the UK at the moment. But anyway, so I sent 2 big boxes away, and this is the stuff that I didn't send. So they're going to my niece up in the Midlands. My sister's coming next week for a couple of weeks, and my sister-in-law will take them to my niece, and she'll take out what she wants, and then the rest will go to a charity shop. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 books here I haven't read, full disclaimer, and it's mainly because they're just not my type of books. And I think that all of them came in, yes, all of them came in the Abominable Book Club box as, you know, the vintage book. You get 1 vintage book and 2 brand new ones. So I didn't actually, though, part of that package, I didn't actually buy these and then just choose not to read them. I don't buy books I'm not going to read, but they're books I'm not going to read. So but my niece might like them. So hope you're all well. If you're in the UK, hope you're all, you know, keeping cool. It's a bit much, isn't it? It's currently 10 o'clock in the morning here in Devon, and it is 29 degrees, which doesn't seem a lot for people outside of the UK, and I've lived all over the world in places much hotter than that, but it feels like you're in Satan's armpit. It is horrible, horrific. I'm melting, basically. Anyway, let's get on. So I'll do the first 5 that came in the Abominable that I don't want first. So the first one is Mo Hader, Hanging Hill. This is a thriller. I think it's a police procedural thriller. And supposedly she's really good, but I'm just not in the mood for thrillers at the moment. I don't read many thrillers, and so but my niece will love this. So you know, it says something about a teenage daughter, and I don't know. And I don't know, they have to survive something horrific, no doubt. So yeah, so that one's going to my niece. I'll just put them over here for now. The next one, have I got a couple of these? No. It's Charlie Hickson and The Enemy again. This, I don't know what kind, I just didn't like. It's post-apocalyptic. Shearer, please leave the bag alone, Angel. Thank you. Cats. And I normally love post-apocalyptic, and I did try to read this one, but I just didn't like the writing, and that's fine. Not every book is for every person, right? So that's another one that's going to my niece. Mark Billingham, The Killing Habit, which is a brand new book that was in my Abominable, so that's pretty good. Again, it's, you know, it's a police procedural, and it's just not my thing, so my niece will love that. Never Saw It Coming by Linwood Barclay. I think this is a kind of, I don't know what it is. It's a thriller, but it's a supernatural thriller, but I don't know. It's just not grabbing me, so I'm going to send it to my niece. And the last one is James Patterson, The Inn. I don't like James Patterson's writing. It's not for me. I know a lot of people love him, but I really don't. So this is going to go to my niece because she'll enjoy this probably. Let me just check if my camera is a bit wooby. Now the rest of them I've read, but I'm just not going to keep because I'm not going to read them again. So the first one was the No Need to Diet book. I have no clue. It's probably one of the times I was trying not to get sad that I was fat. I don't know. I read it and it's quite interesting. It talks about food freedom and not getting kind of bogged down by things. But it's all right. It's Pixie Turner, she's a really good nutritionist. Trouble is with these nutritionists, they're always skinny females, aren't they? So it doesn't exactly empower you, but anyway, so that one's going. I expect my niece will send that to the charity because she's tiny. The next one is Shrill by Lindy West. Lindy West is an advocate, a plus size advocate, and this was all right, but I'm not going to read it again, so maybe somebody else will get some use out of it. I just find her a bit kind of shouty and annoying, but there you go. This one is just a little book. I think my husband bought me this when he was out one day, and it's just some, you know, so good vibes, good life. It's all about meditation and taking time for yourself, positive self-care, things like that. It's a nice little book. I do love it when they do that, but I'm not going to read it again, so that can go too. This was a really good book. It's a feminist discourse on, you know, beauty standards. It's really, really good. Yeah, I won't read it again. It's very heavy. I mean, if you're into kind of, you know, majorly activism and stuff, this is probably a brilliant book to read. I enjoyed it when I read it. It was interesting, but it was a bit repetitive after a while, and, you know, we're all aware, they know what the beauty myths are, aren't we? So you can't grow old, you can't be too fat, you can't be too slim, you can't be too short, you can't be too tall, you can't be too loud, you can't be too quiet. Do you know, we all live under that kind of tyranny, but, you know, it's interesting if you like that kind of thing. There's 4 hardbacks. One of them, Stephen King, Doctor Sleep. This is a hardback copy. This was also from the Abominable Book Club, and I already have this book in paperback. I don't want to keep the hardback. You know, I don't have the room for them. I enjoyed this. It's obviously the sequel to The Shining, when the boy's grown up, but I didn't enjoy it as much as The Shining. So it was all right. It was okay. It's like a supernatural horror. I'm sure if any of you are Stephen King fans, you know all about this, but I mean, it's a lovely copy. It's in perfect condition. It's just, I mean, I don't need to keep it. And then the next one, hardback, is this one, Ecstasia. I bought this to buddy read with my friend Amelia. We never got round to buddy reading it, but we did both read it, I think. And it's basically a cult. Sorry, I'm just dropping it. It's basically a cult, basically, where there's these girls and they are chosen to be, you know, what are they called in it? The elders. It's kind of like Handmaid's Tale, but a bit creepier, if it's possible. It's okay, but again, I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to read it again, so what's the point? I apologise for my voice, by the way. That's what happens. It's the tablets I'm on. They affect my voice. This one is Robin Cook, Terminal. This is the vintage hardback. Again, this came from the Abominable. I read it many years ago, and I've read it again, and it's all right. It's a medical thriller. Think like, you know, Quincy, if you're as old as me. It's kind of like Quincy. There's a bit of humour in it, but it's mainly pretty dark medical thriller. It's okay, but again, I'm not going to read it. The First to Die at the End. I bought this because I liked the edges, the spreads. I think I read 50 pages before I DNF'd it. I hated it. If you don't know, I think this is pretty sure this is either the first one. I'm pretty sure it's a duology. I can't remember now, to be honest. I didn't read the other one. I think this must be the first one of a duology. There's another one after this. But this, I read about 50 pages and then DNF'd it because it's a romance and I don't do romance. So that was my fault. Very pretty spreads, but again, I don't ever want any money for my books. I just send them away. Anybody wants them. Okay, last pile. I've got, this is an arc. And it's about 9 women who raised 9 miracle babies in an experimental commune. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Then there's a fire and it burns down the commune and they all get split up. And one day, girl 1, who's one of the children, obviously, her mother's missing. So she wants to find out where she's gone. It's okay. This is an arc of the book. So obviously you could never sell an arc. It just needs to be given away. I'm not going to read it again. It was okay, but you know, it was all about, you know, female empowerment and power and ambition and the bonds between women. It was very, very good, but again, I'm not going to read it again, so it can go off. Somebody else to enjoy it. So I'm putting it back. That's what the sorry about the rustling. Okay, and then we've got some more paperbacks. This is The Mother Code by Carol Stivers. This is science fiction, isn't it? Yeah, it's about a bioweapon that comes out of control in 2049. It's not too far away, is it really? So the children are basically brought up by robots who they call Mother. And so it's sort of about that when the robots start acting strangely. It's all right, it's decent sci-fi. This was actually one of, I think I bought this initially for my husband, but he didn't read it. I read it, it's okay, but I probably won't read it again, so somebody else can get enjoyment out of it. It's in pretty decent condition. Metronome. I bought this because it was on Between the Covers. Is it Between the Covers? Do you know the show that's on BBC Two, The Book Club? It's Between the Covers, isn't it? With Sarah Cox. Anyway, this was one of their books that everybody read. It's okay. It's by Tom Watson, and it's about this couple who are exiled onto an island because of a crime they committed, and it all turns out it's all a bit weird. The rest of the world's disappeared, or has it? It's kind of like a thriller, sci-fi-y. I don't know what to call it really. What does it say? It's kind of unsettling, right? It's about a world that's familiar but not. So, but it was very good. It was great. I read it in one sitting. It's only a little book, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm not going to read it again. I think somebody else would really enjoy that. Give it a read. Last One to Die by Cynthia Murphy. I've got all of Cynthia's books. I think all of them. I've got all of them on my Kindle. So, and I don't know. I don't know why I ended up. Oh, it's because it's a signed copy. I didn't realise that. I might see if one of my book friends. Anybody fancies a signed copy of The Last One to Die by Cynthia Murphy? It's a great story, but it's about this girl who's been attacked. Girls have been attacked across the city in London. I can't remember when it's set. Anyway, Neve comes over from Ireland. I think her name's Neve. Yeah, for a summer of fun and gets embroiled in this, you know, this killer who's on the loose. It's a brilliant book, but I've got it on my Kindle, so I don't know whether I want to keep a physical copy. It's got the bookmark with it, and I think this was one of the YA book club's books, and that's probably why I won the I can't remember. I don't know what I'm trying. But anyway, yeah, so there's that one. Then we got this one, Waking the Witch by Rachel Burge. Again, I really, really enjoyed it. I was hoping there was going to be a sequel to it because it ended like there would be, and there's never been one, I don't think, which is a little bit annoying, which is why I don't start series, because I haven't got the patience, right? I think my camera's a bit on the crooked, but anyway. Anyway, it was really good. It's it's like Arthurian legend with witches, and it's good fun. But yeah, I'm not going to read it again. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this girl, as far as I can remember, this girl goes to this island to try and find her mother that she never knew, and it turns out she's connected to a lineage of witches. So yeah, it's very good. But again, I'm not going to read it again. So this one's a fairly recent one. It's called Lie or Die, and this was recommended to me by somebody when I was at Yale last year, because I was saying I mainly found all the horrors because horror is my genre, right? But there wasn't a lot at Yelk, really. A lot of it was fantasy, which is not my thing, especially romantasy. And somebody at one of the tables, I think it was one of the publishers, recommended this one, Lie or Die by AJ Clack. And it's about a game that becomes really popular called Lie or Die, where there's, you know, there's contestants and then there's detectives and there's a killer. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, it says at the top, it's like Traitors meets Knives Out. I think it's more like Traitors meets Big Brother, right? Because it becomes a live action program, and you know, these friends get embroiled in it, and obviously they're being hunted by people started to really die. It's very, very good. It's very fun. I read it in an afternoon. Again, it's a short book, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm not going to read it again, so somebody else will get, you know, some fun out of that. I'm sending this one up for either my nephew or my great nephew and niece. I don't know if they have books read to them. This is really, really good fun. It's a couple of friends. It's by Catherine Foxfield, who's a YA author. I really enjoyed it. It's about some friends who break into an IKEA to sleep over, and they find out that it's infested by these monsters in the furniture. It's really, really good fun. It's a great cover, as you can see, and I just think some other child would really, really love this, because I'm not going to read it again. It'll just stay on my shelf. So that's that one. Everybody's heard of this one, My Sister the Serial Killer. This was another one from Abominable. That was my vintage book of the, or you know, second-hand book of the month. I've got this on my Kindle. I've already read it, so I don't need to read the book, and it's does what it says on the tin. You know, it's about a sister who's always having to cover up for her other sister who is a serial killer of men. It's very, very funny. Dark funny, it's dark humour, but it's so good. If you haven't read it, it's brilliant. But again, I've got it on my Kindle. I don't need to keep a physical copy. The Atlas 6. This might be a controversial one. Olivia Blake. I just do not like her writing. I just don't like it. I've tried so many of them and I just don't like it. I absolutely loathe this book. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't care if they all died. I mean, I think that's the whole point. You know, the magical system was cool, I suppose, but I just found them so unreadable that I DNF'd this halfway through. I didn't even finish it. And this is, I've got it on my Kindle. I have no idea how I ended up with a physical copy. Can't remember. Somebody gave it me, maybe. Maybe I bought it before I bought it on Kindle. I do that sometimes. I forget I've got the physical copy and then it's 99p on Kindle. We've all done that, right? But I'm never ever going to read this again because I didn't like it. So that's going away. It's the same with this. I absolutely loved the Hunger Games original trilogy, and I'm really looking forward to reading Sunrise on the Reaping, which is Haymitch's story. But I did, unfortunately, buy this one, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and this was, well, anybody who likes Hunger Games knows this is just complete trash. It's just rubbish. It's just nothing like any of the other books. It's just awful. I did actually manage to finish this. I'd have ploughed through it eventually, but I am never ever going to read this again. And I would recommend, if you're starting the Hunger Games, just to miss this one out. Just read the original trilogy and then read Sunrise on the Reaping, because this is just nonsense. I've got a little book. This was sent to me by my friend Amelia when she was unhauling. The Sound Starts After Midnight. The stories, they're short stories, they're great little stories, but I'm never going to read them again, so I'm going to pass them on. They're all horror stories. I think there's, I don't know how many's in there. Can't remember now. Maybe about 10 little stories. I mean, it's a tiny little book. The first story is the best story on there, which is kind of a folk horror. It's really good. But yeah, I'm not going to read it again, so off it pops. And the same with this. I did this as a tandem read along, and so they sent me a copy of the book. I believe there's a bookmark in there as well somewhere. And I really enjoyed it. It was it's a historical horror, what kind of thriller horror, I guess, I suppose. Is it? What does it say it is? I mean, it's, you know, it's, and there's this like underlying story of the way women were treated in academia and how hard it was for them to enter academia. And I think this is set, I can't remember what it said, it's Victorian Oxford, and it's about the first few women who were allowed in Oxford, but they were kept very separate from the men and treated very differently. But there's also like a mystery thriller going on in the background. It's really good fun. I really enjoyed it, but I'm not going to read it again, so somebody else can have the enjoyment of that. And that's it. That's my little unhaul. Well, it's a fairly big unhaul, isn't it, honestly? Is it? Probably is it? Oh, hang on, I've missed one. I've missed one. This was another abominable second-hand book. It's called The Devil's Piper by Francis Gordon. This was really good. It's about demonic music, and somebody creates music that wakes the devil. It's very, very good. I think this is from... Oh, look, there's little... I love goodies. You know, when you open a second-hand book and you get goodies. This was obviously part of the hospital entertainment in Cambridgeshire. I don't know when this was published. I mean, it's a very old book. It's 1995. I mean, it's all about music, the power of music, and being used for nefarious means. But it's okay, but I'm not going to read it again. So there you go. That's my own haul. I still have a massive amount. All the books on the shelves behind me, you can see I've read. And then over here, there. There. Those are the books that are on my TBR, physical TBR. Let's not talk about the books I've got on my Kindle, shall we? No, we best not talk about that. But anyway, that's my little unhaul, my darlings. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you're all keeping cool in this horrendously suffocating weather. We're not used to this in the UK, you know. Rain is in our DNA. We're meant for cold, damp places. Look at the colour of me. I'm not meant for this. Not able. But anyway, you take care of yourselves. Stay cool. Keep hydrated. Keep reading fantastic books. And I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.